I'm sure you've heard about it at this point, but in case you haven't, on the border of Texas, uh, there's at least 15,000 Haitians, Haitians that left Haiti, and there's all type of political and climate turmoil going on. They just had the president assassinated. Right after the president got assassinated, there's an earthquake in Haiti. So there's all types of turmoil. And so you had 15,000 Haitians. They said, man, we can't do this anymore. And where did they go? They decided to come to the United States. And so they got stopped at the border and they're waiting to be processed to come here into the United States. And now this is where now all this is controversial, but one of the most controversial aspects to all this is that as they're waiting to enter into the United States, you had border patrol agents like this white man you're looking at here whipping on them. You can see this Haitian here. He got him by the shirt. He's whipping on him. And I say this, man, that's uncalled for. We can have an argument about immigration, but you don't just get to whip on people just because they're entering into the United States. And white people got it bad about that shit. I know on this channel, in 99% of my videos, I'm calling out black people. But that doesn't mean that white people are angels. That doesn't mean that white people get to get away with anything. No, white people are the most screwed up people historically on the face of the planet. You can say what you want about white people in the modern day context, but if we're looking at this in terms of history, white people are responsible for the most egregious acts against humanity. They are responsible for the most egregious acts of genocide. They're responsible for that. That's simply a fact. Now I know some of you coons are gonna say, "Well, white people they've been." Oh, please stop. See, I'm a person. I don't like people. All right, I don't like white people. I don't like Mexicans. I don't like Chinese. I really don't like black people. But I guess I like black people more than everybody else because I'm black. But if I was Mexican, I wouldn't like you niggas either. I really wouldn't. I generally just hate people because most people, y'all do stupid shit like this. Now this white boy saw those Jamaicans out there at the border. All he had to do was make a radio call and say, "Yep, the niggas are coming in. They are Haitian." And it's a lot of them that coming in. White people always go the extra step to make it fucked up. What this nigga did was he brought a whip to his job. He woke up in the morning. He washed his face. He took a shower. Some of them don't even do that. All right. So we're just going to make the assumption that he washed his face. He took a shower, brushed his teeth, took a dip of tobacco. Because white boys in Texas, if you've ever been to Texas, all they do is dip tobacco. They have these spitting cans. They call them spitting cups. And they'll walk around with a spitting cup. You're thinking they're drinking. You're like, oh, man, you've been drinking all day. What you drinking on? It ain't no drink. That's what he spit his tobacco in. They take a dip of tobacco and they spit it in that cup. So he took his little dip of tobacco. He got his whip and said, I'm finna go whip on some Mexicans. Well, he works for Border Patrol. This white boy right here. He works for Border Patrol. And he decided, well, shit, there's no Mexicans to whip on. Let me whip on the niggas. And he got out there. He saw 15,000 niggas. He said he just got out there with the whipping. And just whipping on them. That's uncalled for. That is so uncalled for. You don't get out there whipping on people. And I know I have a lot of conservatives on my channel because I'm a conservative. But when it comes to issues like this is to my conservative brothers. We got to look at stuff rationally. From a human standpoint, I think we can all agree that we should have closed borders and that we should secure our borders, while at the same time saying that, hey, our method of keeping people out of entering illegally, keeping people out of the country, should not be whipping them. Getting tobacco dipping white boys from the state of Texas, whipping them like they're some type of animal. There's something wrong with that. And common sense would tell you that, hey, that's not something that's okay. But there's a lot of white people that are just full of ignorance is not the word for it, because if you're ignorant, that means you don't know any better. A lot of these white folks know better. There are a lot of white people that are just so dumb, that are just so full of hatred. And if they're not, it's one of the two. Either they're full of hatred or they're dumb. Because if they're full of hatred, you would have gotten that whip. You're beating that Jamaican, or excuse me, I'm saying Jamaican. You're beating that Haitian because you hate him. Because your heart is full of hate and you hate black people. It's simply a fact. Or on the other side of that token, you're beating him because you're dumb. You don't realize that we live in a country to where whipping people is not one of the viable forms of punishment. No, that a lot of white. I worked with a white boy that dumb. Just dumb as a bag of rocks. All right, so either he's full of hate or he's dumb. So I think it's, even as conservatives, we should be able to say that, hey, they shouldn't be entering the country, but at the same time, don't whip them, don't whip them. So now that's that. But on one token, why is it that when something is going wrong in the world, that the United States is always the first place motherfuckers want to come? The Mexicans got it bad about that. The Mexicans got it so bad about that. The Mexicans got it so bad. The Mexicans will come into the country speaking Spanish. They will tell you they're illegal. I was talking to a Mexican the other day. He said, yeah, I'm illegal. What did he say? He said, I'm an illegal essay. What the fuck you gonna do about it, nigger? I said, what? You see how this Mexican I'm finna whoop this Mexican ass. He said, yeah, I'm illegal. You ain't finna do shit about it. And they come into the country illegally bold. And we can't have that. We can't have that. Look, folks, we are trying to run a moral Christian country here. We can't run a moral Christian country if every time you look back, you got a bunch of Mexicans running over here. You got a bunch of Haitians running over here illegally just because shit's going bad in their country. And I'll tell this to you Haitians. Hopefully some Haitians are watching this and you're in Haiti. Even if you're not in Haiti. If y'all want things to go right in Haiti, y'all got to get rid of all that voodoo. Oh, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all say, well, that's part of our black ancestry. Part of our black ancestry. And that shit ain't part of your black ancestry. Shut that shit down. Shut that shit down. Well, that's part of our ancestors did voodoo. Your ancestors wasn't shit either. Our ancestors did hoodoo. Get out of here with that. Ancestors did no damn hoodoo, voodoo, whatever you call it. Haitians, this is what you don't understand. Haitians broke away from the French. They made a pact with voodoo. Right? They made a pact with Satan so that they could have the strength to fight the French out. And anytime you sell your... Back in the day, the French owned Haiti. Those white boys, you know how evil white people are. White people feel... If it was up to white people would own Africa. But you know how white people are. White people feel like they can go into any part of the world and control it. They tried it in Africa. They tried it in the Middle East. They did it in certain parts of South America. They did it in Haiti. You had some French white boys go over and take over Haiti. And rather than the Haitians looking to God and living towards moral righteousness and and letting God do his work and getting the white boys kicked out of there, the Haitians said, well, we're going to worship Satan and we're going to create a pact with Satan and we're going to start doing voodoo and we're going to get the white boys kicked out. Well, you can't do it like that, man. And even today, Haiti is... That's the world's capital for voodoo and dark magic and black magic, all kind of shit like that, man. And I tell you people on my channel all the time, man, if you call yourself a witch, I have some black women come to me, whoa, progressive, I'm a witch. Well, you better stop with that witchcraft, bitch. Bitch, you better stop being a witch. That is not okay. That's not okay. As black people, as people, period, our only power should come from one source. One source. One. That's not the universe. It's not your ancestors. It's not hoodoo. It's not voodoo. It ain't no Allah. Your power should come from the Most High, Yahweh. I'm getting in trouble with that one. They don't want to hear it. Well, I'm going to tell them anyway. Your power should come from one source. And if you are getting that power from any other source, you're leading your soul astray. When those Haitians made that pact with the devil, doing all that hoodoo so they could get the French kicked out, picking the wrong solution. Now, it was a solution. The problem was the fucking French. Their solution was use hoodoo, use voodoo to kick the French out. Well, that wasn't the right fucking solution. The right solution was, nigga, if you don't get on your knees and ask God to forgive you for all this voodoo and then kick these white boys out, that's the solution. They didn't want to do it. What ended up happening? God said, all right. God turned them over. God kicked the French out. But what's going on now? Man, Haiti has been in all sorts of hell since the French left. And it's not just economic hell, even though their economy is in the tanks. Natural disasters, their presidents being assassinated, all kind of stuff like that. Haiti had an earthquake here a couple of months ago, destabilized the whole country. Remember back in 2010, they had an earthquake. They had another earthquake, tore down the whole country. Do you think that's because they're doing what they should be doing? No, that's happening in Haiti because Haiti chose to turn its back on God. Haiti chose to do that, and as a result, they're reaping the consequences. Haitians, let me tell all these Haitians, all 15,000 of them trying to come over here into the United States, that's not going to fix your problem. Coming over to bringing us your problem, and we don't want your problems. Now, the white boy shouldn't have been whipping on you. He was wrong for that. That white boy, now I'm going to tell you what I do. We're going to get to what the Haitians should do here in a minute. To the white boy, you know, he should be fired. Get rid of him. He shouldn't be on the border patrol anymore. Okay, I'll give you that. But at the same time, just because you coming over to the United States, that's not going to be the solution to all the issues you have going on in your country. Haiti needs to turn back to God. Haiti needs to turn back to God. If Haiti doesn't turn back to God, what's going to happen is we got 15,000 coming over here now. Next week it's going to be 30,000. The week after that it's going to be 100,000. Next thing you know, the United States is going to be Haiti. We don't want the United States to become little Haiti. Just like I didn't want the United States to become little Mexico. They going to come over here like some Mexicans. Y'all see what these Mexicans did? I get sick of it. Mexicans. We said, look, back in the 1800s, we said, man, 10 of y'all can come over here. That's what we told Mexico. We said, bring 10. Well, you give a Mexican an inch, a Mexican will always take a mile. We said 10 could come. Before you know it, half of Mexico is over here, and now you can't go to Texas without speaking Spanish. I tried to get a job before I moved here to Arkansas. I lived in Texas. In some parts of Texas, man, I could not find a decent job. I couldn't find a decent job because I don't know fucking Spanish. I don't want to learn fucking Spanish. Why the fuck would I want to know Spanish? I don't eat burritos. I don't eat tacos. None of that shit. No quesadillas. Why the fuck would I want to know Spanish? I don't fuck with Mexican women. I don't like Mexican women. I don't like Mexican people particularly. Put up with them because we should love everybody. But why the fuck would I want to know Spanish? I don't have no reason to learn Spanish. Don't want to visit Mexico. Don't want to visit no country that speaks the Spanish language. But these Mexicans came over here in droves. Now I got to learn their goddamn language just to learn the job. I would be in Dallas, Texas right now if it wasn't for me not being able to, not being able to find a job because I couldn't speak no fucking Spanish. Fucking Spanish. Fuck you, SA. That's how I feel about that. But Jamaicans, man, as much as I love you, because I love you more than I love the Mexicans. At least you black. Don't come over here with that shit. Come on, man, because they speak French. Before you know it, they gonna let these 15,000 niggas in. Then before you got 30,000 niggas at the border. Come on, let us in too. What do French? I don't know any French. Oui. No, oui. Let us in. No, you better oui our ass back to Haiti. You better figure that shit out. You better get rid of that voodoo. I done told you what to do. Well, we can't get rid of the voodoo, woke. You know, it's a part of our culture. Well, if voodoo is a part of your fucked up culture, maybe you should just throw the culture away. Come up with a new culture. And you know, I'm talking shit about the Haitians and the Mexicans now, but in a few years, it's gonna be you niggas. I might be dead and gone now. Lord Jesus, I hope I'm dead and gone. But you niggas with your homosexual agenda here in the United States, with your feminist agenda trying to let the woman lead the household, you niggas gonna be in the same satanic boat that the Mexicans and the Haitians are in right now. And y'all gonna be trying to go over to Canada. What is Canada gonna say? Canada gonna say, nope. You niggas stay in America. And they're gonna be good for saying that. Why? Because you turned your back on God. Now you are suffering as a result. And you need to get back to God. That's what you should do. Now you gay motherfucker. Just 100 years from now. 100 years from now, when the gay agenda has taken full effect, the transgender agenda has taken full effect, the feminist agenda has taken full effect, 100 years from now, you're going to have all kind of feminists and gays at the border, because America is going to lose God's grace. Right now we have God's grace. That's why this country is as great as it is. But 100 years from now, you're going to have feminists, gays, Black Lives Matter. They're going to all be at the border. Canada, let us in. You're going to have some niggas at the border of Mexico. Mexico, let us in. We're going to say, no, nigga. You keep that gay shit. You keep that gay shit where it come from. We didn't tell you to do that gay shit. And we're going to lose God's grace. It'll either be that or some type of natural disaster that destroys us, because God is not pleased. What we are doing is not pleasing before God's eyes. But Haitians, you got to learn your lesson, man. Send them niggas back to Haiti. We'll let some of them in. Because if we let, since amnesty back in the 1980s, since then, we've let over 30 million Mexicans illegally come into the country. 30 million Mexicans. 30 million motherfucking Mexicans. That's a lot of Mexicans. So, I say, look, we let some Haitians in. Some of y'all can come, make a bet. Because, hell, if you can let 30 million Mexicans in, you can let a few thousand Haitians in. It ain't going to kill us. Let them in. But at the end of the day, fix the border. I know Joe Biden's senile ass ain't going to do that. And it's another thing. I'm going to say this, I'm going to close, for real. I'm going to say this, I'm going to close. A lot of y'all looking at Joe Biden. I've heard so many times throughout this platform. Well, what Joe Biden got to say about this? Whoa, Joe Biden. Look, Joe Biden senile ass. Joe Biden got Alzheimer's. Joe Biden ain't in his right mind. Joe Biden is not the president, folks. He's not the president. Joe Biden, no senile ass, don't even know what's going on. You look off camera. If you walked up to Joe Biden and said, "Joe Biden, what do you think about Haiti?" Joe Biden liable to tell you anything. Joe Biden liable to tell you that rabbits are on the goddamn moon. Joe Biden, I promise you, Joe Biden is senile, y'all. And so, Joe Biden is not the answer. All right, he's senile. He doesn't deserve to be in the White House. He needs to be in a nursing home. All right, so Joe Biden is not the answer. The answer is, let a few Haitians over. We don't have to overdo it like we overdid with the Mexicans, but you send the rest of them back, and you give them a pamphlet, and that pamphlet should say, "Get rid of voodoo, turn back to God," and that's your answer. You send them back with a Bible. You say, here's a Bible. You give them the Apocrypha too while you're at it. Give them that Bible. Give them the Apocrypha. Say, read this. This is your solution. You give them a good meal. You give them $5. Put a little money in their pocket. Send them back. Send them back. You know, there's nothing we can do with them over here. Don't bring that shit over here. Like these Mexicans brought all that shit over here. All these burrito stands. Man, I get tired of seeing fucking burrito stands funking up the neighborhood. You know, we don't need more of that. Turning America into a third world country. Nonetheless, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. And remember to like, subscribe, share, and as always, stay woke.